In this video, I am going to be basically talking about three common mistakes quite a few students from India do, which in a way denies them a chance of getting 170 out of 170 in the quantitative reasoning or the QR section, the way GRE calls it. The fact of the matter is we are Indians, and in case we have gone through the curriculum of mathematics in Indian education system, there's a very good chance if you were to take a GRE paper today, you will probably look at it and immediately smile, thinking it's quite simple. The fact of the matter is it is simple, but in that lies the problem. The three of the very common mistakes students of India do, number one is to underestimate the challenge that is there hidden in a question. Most of the GRE questions are tricky. They have hidden concepts which need to be understood. Or these questions could be wordy, which have to be read, understood, converted into equations and then solved. So quite often what happens is, in a hurry to solve these questions, not all the perspectives are noticed, and that leads to silly mistake. This is one of the most common mistakes students do, especially in the question type of the data comparison, which actually can be confusing. The second mistake quite often that is done is to try to solve questions in a conventional method. Most of the questions in GRE can be solved through logic. Yes, you need to know how to solve using different methods, because conventional method is going to be slow, and the net impact of this is you are going to spend more time solving the initial questions, resulting in lesser times towards the end, making you to rush and therefore commit silly mistakes. That is also one reason why many students tend to lose mistake further down the paper than at the early stages. The third mistake that many people do is to underestimate the breadth of coverage. GRE has a huge breadth. For example, you could get questions, real life problems of arithmetic. You can get questions from algebra, which can be complex. You can get questions from statistics, which scares quite a few Indians, or even from geometry or modern mathematics. So by not covering all these areas in a structured way, what is going to happen is if you get initial questions from the area of your weakness, you are likely to lose your confidence. Now that is another reason why many students end up getting less score. So what exactly is the recommendation I have? First recommendation is very simple: practice. As you start practicing more and more, you will tend to make a mistake, but that's okay. But what is very important is, if you have practiced something last week, you have made a mistake, make it a point to go back. Have a look at the questions you have made a mistake in. Try to understand and recall the mistake reasons. What were the tricks that were hidden there? And then see if you can now answer it right. If you can do that, what you are doing is you are developing what is known as a visual memory. This visual memory will help you when you come across such a similar question on the day of your GRE to understand the trap areas and see to it that you're not actually falling into it. The second very important thing is to do in a very planned way. Yes, maths is our strength, but every aspect of maths has to be learnt. The reason is, when you are attempting to get 170 out of 170, you cannot afford to get one or two mistakes as well. So while you are doing so in a structured way, understanding the depth of each topic, understanding the variety of concepts covered in each topic, your confidence will grow. If you look at the high score GRE offering of Condira Online, we have broken the whole topics into 4 parts, and then we take you one step at a time towards the end. The third thing that you need to take care is to see to it that you're exposing yourself to the right methods for solving it. Most of the questions in GRE can actually be solved using logic. If you are going to use conventional methods, you are going to be slow. In fact, do remember, GRE gives you a calculator. So GRE is not testing your computational speed. By getting to know the newer methods, you are actually going to not just improve your accuracy, but also the pace. In the GRE online platform, the live sessions are taken by experts who have 170 out of 170 in GRE. Even the recorded videos that are produced by these faculty members, and yes, I am also included in that. Our attempt is to see to it that we leverage your strengths in mathematics. But yes, What is required from your end is to gain exposure, gain an advantage in terms of understanding the tricks that GRE test, so that on that day you are not just confident but you are successful.